You're lost before the fight even started. That argument with your boss where your voice cracked, you lost. That moment your girlfriend tested you and you exploded, you lost. Every time someone made you react emotionally, you handed them your power on a silver platter, and they knew it. Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to hear. 95% of men are emotional slaves. They think they're tough because they can bench press or grow a beard. But put them in real confrontation. Watch their hands shake, their voice waver, their eyes dart away. They're boys pretending to be men, and everyone can smell it. Miyamoto Musashi understood something that would make modern men uncomfortable. After defeating 60 trained killers without a single loss, he revealed his edge wasn't technique. It wasn't strength. It was his ability to remain completely unmoved while his opponents lost their minds. He called it becoming spiritually unbreakable. The storm isn't the person screaming at you. The storm is your own emotional chaos, your racing heart, your need to defend your ego, your desperate desire to be right. That's the real enemy. And until you conquer it, you'll keep losing battles you don't even realize you're fighting. Watch any high-level negotiation. The man who stays calmest sets the price. In any relationship, the person who cares less controls everything. In every boardroom, the executive who never flinches makes others flinch first. This isn't philosophy, it's observable reality. Power flows to whoever maintains deepest calm. But here's what separates warriors from victims. Victims think staying calm means being passive, being nice, taking hits without response. Wrong. Dead wrong. True calm is the loaded gun that never needs to fire. It's the coiled snake that strikes once, perfectly. Its power so controlled that others feel it without you saying a word. I watched a bouncer handle 3 drunk college kids trying to start trouble. He didn't puff up, didn't threaten, just looked at them with absolute stillness and said, "You can leave standing or carried. 5 seconds." His calm was so unnatural, so unsettling, they left immediately. That's the difference between real strength and performance. Your nervous system is either your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness. When confrontation hits, adrenaline floods your body. Your primitive brain hijacks control. But warriors train themselves to surf that wave instead of drowning in it. They transform physiological arousal into laser focus. They weaponize what makes other men weak. The Japanese have a word, fudoshin, immovable mind. Not stubborn, not rigid. Immovable like a mountain that lets storms pass without caring. When you achieve this, something fascinating happens. People stop testing you. They sense something different, dangerous, unbreakable. Every time you let someone pull you into emotional chaos, you train yourself to be weak. Every reaction reinforces the pattern. But when you start seeing the storm without becoming it, you reprogram your entire nervous system. You become the man others instinctively avoid confronting. What's coming next changes everything. Because seeing the storm is just awareness. But the truly dangerous men, they sense violence before it manifests. They read intentions like others read words. They've developed something that makes them nearly impossible to defeat. Most men are blind. They walk through life reacting to punches already thrown, insults already spoken, betrayals already committed. They're always one step behind, always surprised, always the victim, but the 1% who dominate? They see the punch coming before the fist forms. Musashi killed his first man at 13. By 30, he could end a fight before his opponent decided to attack. Not psychic ability, pure pattern recognition. Every human broadcasts their intentions through micro-movements. The shoulder drops before the swing. The eyes narrow before the lie. The breathing changes before the betrayal. This is why poker champions destroy amateurs. Not the cards, the tells, that split-second eye twitch when someone bluffs, the way they touch their chips when they're confident. Once you learn to read the language bodies speak, everyone becomes an open book, and most men, they're children's picture books. Special forces operators live or expire based on this skill. In hostile territory, the difference between life and elimination is reading atmospheric changes. The market that goes too quiet, the locals who won't make eye contact, the subtle shift in energy before violence erupts. They call it left of bang, seeing what happens before the explosion. In business, this skill prints money. That investor about to pull out, you see it 3 meetings before they announce. The employee planning to quit, you know it before they update their LinkedIn. The competitor about to undercut you, their body language screamed it at the last conference. While others react to moves already made, you're playing 3 moves ahead. Your girlfriend's tests, you feel them forming before she consciously decides to test you. That moment, her energy shifts, her tone changes slightly, her body language closes off. That's your early warning system. Most men fail these tests because they don't even know they're being tested until it's too late. But when you can feel the storm forming, you navigate it before it breaks. Here's the thing that makes people uncomfortable. Humans are predictable, painfully predictable. We think we're complex, unique, mysterious. We're not. We run on patterns, and once you learn to read those patterns, you gain an almost unfair advantage. You become the man who's never caught off guard. A CEO told me how he saved his company by reading a room. Major acquisition meeting. Everything seemed perfect on paper, but he noticed the lead negotiator's assistant kept glancing at her phone. Slight stress in her jaw. The lawyer's fake smile held too long. The CFO's pen tapping had a nervous rhythm. He killed the deal. 2 weeks later, news broke. The company was built on fraud. His ability to feel what others missed saved him $50 million. This isn't paranoia. Paranoid men see threats everywhere. Warriors see reality clearly. They notice what is, not what they fear. They read the actual signals, not their anxious projections. This clarity makes them formidable because they respond to real threats, not imagined ones. The brutal truth? Most confrontations are decided before they begin. The person who senses the energy shift first controls the outcome. While your opponent is still building emotional momentum, you've already positioned yourself to win. You've already chosen your response. You're operating from decision, not reaction. But here's where most men stop. They learn to see clearly. They develop awareness. Then they sabotage everything because their body betrays them. Their breathing reveals their fear. Their physiology broadcasts weakness. What separates true warriors from pretenders isn't what they know. It's how they breathe when reality tests them. And this next principle? It's what special operations units spend years mastering. Your breathing just exposed you. That shallow chest breath when she challenged you. She knows you're weak. The held breath during negotiation. They smell your desperation. Every untrained man telegraphs his fear through his lungs. But warriors, they breathe like predators. Box breathing. 4 in, hold 4, 4 out, hold 4. Sounds simple. It's not. Under real pressure, your body screams for air. Your chest wants to heave. Your panic demands oxygen. But when you override that animal response, when you maintain perfect rhythm while others gasp, you become something different, something that unsettles people at a primal level. Navy SEALs don't train breathing for meditation. They train it for dominance. Controlled breathing keeps your prefrontal cortex online when everyone else's shuts down. While they're operating on emotion, you're operating on logic. While they're slaves to adrenaline, you're surfing it. This isn't spiritual, it's tactical. But here's what nobody tells you. Breathing is just the foundation. The real power comes when you move. Not random movement, not reactive scrambling. Purposeful action that cuts through chaos like a blade. Every gesture calculated, every word placed perfectly, every decision executed with total commitment. Musashi's secret wasn't his sword technique. It was his ability to move with what he called void timing, action that seems to come from nowhere but lands exactly where needed. One strike, precise, devastating. While his opponents wasted energy on flourishes, Musashi moved once. Fight over. In modern confrontation, this translates to verbal precision. That employee challenging your authority in front of everyone? One sentence, delivered with perfect calm. We'll discuss your concerns privately. Meeting continues. No emotion, no explanation, no weakness. Just reality imposed through certainty. The man who moves with purpose doesn't need to be aggressive. Aggression is compensation for uncertainty. When you know exactly what you're doing and why, your movements carry different weight. Others feel it. They recognize apex behavior even if they can't name it. It triggers submission instincts they don't understand. A special operations commander explained it. In urban warfare, the soldier who moves with absolute purpose through chaos survives. Hesitation kills. Frantic movement kills. But purposeful action, even if slower, creates its own reality. Others organize themselves around your certainty. This is why true leaders seem to bend reality. They don't convince people. They move with such purpose that others align naturally. They speak, and people listen not because of their words, but because their entire being radiates inevitability. They've eliminated the gap between decision and action. Your woman tests you because she needs to know you're solid. But when you move with genuine purpose, when your actions flow from deep certainty rather than ego, the tests stop. She's found what she was looking for, a man who can't be moved by emotional weather, a force of nature, not a leaf in the wind. The world breaks men by making them reactive. Social media, news, relationship drama, work politics, all designed to pull you into emotional chaos. But when you've mastered these principles, seeing clearly, sensing early, breathing deeply, moving purposefully, you become unbreakable. Not hard, fluid, like water that finds its way through any obstacle. Here's the final truth. The calmest man in the room isn't calm because he's weak. He's calm because he's already won. He's 3 moves ahead. He sees your intention before you form it. He controls his physiology while you're slave to yours. He moves with purpose while you flail in reaction. This isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about becoming sovereign over your emotions. It's about being the immovable center while others spiral. It's about becoming so grounded in your own power that confrontation becomes irrelevant. You've already won before it starts. When you embody this, you don't avoid confrontation. Confrontation avoids you. Because predators seek prey, not other predators. And everyone, consciously or not, recognizes a man who cannot be moved. The storm always passes. The mountain remains.